September, a month that refuses to forget its tragedies. The Ford assassination attempts in 1975.
September 5th, Sacramento, California.
All of a sudden, a young woman dressed in a red flowing gown jumped at the president.
The 9/11 attacks in 2001. The attempted assassination of Donald Trump in 2024.
Donald Trump says he's safe and well after reports of gunshots described to have been fired in his vicinity.
And now, the killing of Charlie Kirk. On September 10th, 2025, 3,000 voices gathered for debate. Instead, they witnessed Charlie Kirk's assassination. A sniper's bullet fired from above, striking him in the neck. How did a single shot silence a public figure? In this video, we trace the path, the escape, the evidence, and the hidden questions that remain. This was no random act. It was political violence, designed to silence voices and deepen the divide between liberals and conservatives. An act meant to shock, intimidate, and terrorize. You, the curious minds, the skeptics, the believers, deserve more than opinions. You deserve the truth. Because in a world full of noise, truth still matters. Over the next few minutes, we'll unfold the timeline, expose the ballistics, confront wild theories, and ask, what does this mean for America's future? Let's start at the beginning and rewind to the morning of September 10th. At 8:29 a.m., 22-year-old Tyler Robinson arrives at campus in a gray Dodge Challenger. He first appears in light clothing, then changes into darker garb before moving toward the rooftop. Security footage shows his path: stairwells, roof crossings, parking garage, and ultimately positioning on the rooftop above Losey Center, about 430 feet, approximately 131 meters away from the stage. On the ground, anticipation builds. More than 3,000 people gather around a tent for the Prove Me Wrong debate. Kirk, seated under that tent and facing the crowd, begins fielding questions. A student, Hunter Kozak, stands and asks, "Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?" Kirk replies, "Too many." Then Kozak asks, "How many mass shooters in the US in the last decade?" Kirk's final words, "Counting or not counting gang violence." Silence hangs a moment before disaster strikes. At 12:23 p.m., the calm breaks. A single rifle shot echoes. Kirk's body jolts, blood spouts from his neck, microphone flies, screams erupt. Communications between law enforcement crackle.
Alpha 34, we have shots fired. Charlie Kirk is down.
Security and staff rush him from the stage, shield him, and carry him off. On the roof, the shooter retreats across the surface, exits stairwells, and vanishes into campus shadows. The crowd panics. People duck behind pillars, sprint toward exits, collide in confusion. 12:23 to 12:37 p.m. The campus is under lockdown. Authorities sweep buildings. One man, George Zinn, age 71, was detained after shouting he was the shooter, but was later released. Kirk is rushed to the regional hospital where his injuries prove fatal. By 12:39 p.m., FBI agents and local commanders arrive on scene. Just 16 minutes after the shot, they secure video, interview witnesses, and collect forensic evidence. At 2:40 p.m., President Trump posts, "Charlie Kirk has died." By 4:21 p.m., an initial statement claims a suspect in custody, later withdrawn. At 5:59 p.m., that person is released. The shooter remains at large. On September 11th, the hunt intensifies. 10 a.m., FBI releases suspect images. 10:45 a.m., $100,000 reward announced. That evening, a video surfaces. A figure in black sprints across a rooftop, drops from the building, and vanishes into nearby pathways. law enforcement discovers a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel with engraved casings containing provocative messages. Within approximately 33 hours, Tyler Robinson turns himself in.
Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff.
On September 12th, President Trump and Utah Governor Spencer Cox publicly announced the arrest.
Any updates on the suspect?
Yeah, can I always say, I think, just to protect us all, and so Fox doesn't get sued, and we all don't get sued, and everything else, but with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right?
Officials say text messages and digital trails support the case. Now, let's reconstruct the bullet's path. Video analysis suggests Tyler Robinson descended the rooftop with an odd mechanical sidestep gait. A U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Marcus J. Allen, theorized he may have concealed the weapon along his right thigh, too bulky for a backpack, by detaching the scope, carrying the rifle body, then reassembling on the rooftop for the shot. He stated from that height, the bullet would follow a steep descending angle. Such a trajectory demands not just accuracy, but meticulous planning, and that most marksmen aim for the torso, making a neck shot riskier. This may explain why the cervical region was targeted. Robinson was an amateur. A former sniper wrote, his shirt moved so violently that his microphone flew off. He theorized the shooter aimed chest level, but the ballistic vest worn deflected the bullet upward into the neck. He pointed to the minute of angle, MOA, about 4 inches at that range, and said, the shooter was completely off his target. Somebody who's trained is not going to aim for their neck. He judged Robinson as self-taught and jittery. His rifle not zeroed, posture is inconsistent, and his confidence lacking. In moments, dramatic rumors multiply and countless versions of the story begin to spread. Let's take a look at 4 possible scenarios. Alternate roof, hidden shooter. Some claim the bullet came from the fugal gateway or stairs. Others are suspicious of a flashing light that appears to be a muzzle flash that aligns with the shot that is clearly seen over Kirk's right shoulder in some videos. Vest-implanted device, explosive trigger. A fringe idea that is circulating is that Kirk wore a modified vest with an explosive or remote trigger that mimicked a sniper shot. No public forensic backing exists, but this wouldn't be the first time the FBI has hidden information.
One document stated that the KGB monitored infamous assassin Lee Harvey Oswald closely while he was training in the USSR. The newly released files also confirmed that the Secret Service had been warned Kennedy would be killed 3 months before his murder.
Kennedy, the murder of JFK, the murder of MLK. I think that story is, the official story is the least plausible. It's actually ridiculous that he was murdered by a prison inmate acting alone without a job, but somehow that prison inmate winds up going to Canada, then the UK, then is heading to South Africa with 2 forged foreign passports.
I can tell you the reason. It's because the deep state was heavily involved in the 9/11 cover-up, and the deep state didn't want the information out about the truth.
Inside coordination, tampering of the crime scene. Rumors suggest inside collaboration, including signals to the shooter, immediate SD card removal, and concrete pavers laid within days of the shooting, all of which imply possible tampering of evidence. Drone weaponry. There were known drones flying around the Prove Me Wrong gathering that we typically see recording aerial shots. This is not the drone weaponry we are talking about. Military drones used by international intelligence can be as small as a mosquito. There could have been swarms of drone weaponry flying at 150 miles per hour that executed the shot with precision. And as soon as the gunshot was heard from the sniper decoy gun, the drone was already gone. This scenario makes the most sense out of the ones presented. Whatever it turns out to be, we have been lied to. The charging documents noted that the suspected murder weapon was a .30-06 rifle. For weeks, we have been told that no autopsy was done on Charlie Kirk, only to find out that one was performed. If this is true, why did they not release the information sooner? The autopsy report revealed that the bullets crashed through C2 through C6, destroying Charlie Kirk's spinal cord, and a portion of a bullet remained near the T1 thoracic vertebrae. The autopsy did not state the type of bullet it was. If indeed it was a .30-06 bullet, it would have been stated in the autopsy. These are certainly suspicious circumstances, including the claimed angle of collision from the supposed suspect Tyler Robinson, and the exit wounds do not match the injury spot, neither for a soft point nor a full metal jacket bullet. Here's what we know and what still lurks in the shadows. What we know. Tyler Robinson is charged with murder, weapons offenses, obstruction, and more. Forensics, ballistic matches, and message logs point strongly to his involvement. The sniper rooftop scenario, escape path, timeline, and event visibility all cohere. The assassination was both tactical and symbolic, a chilling public spectacle. What remains uncertain: is Tyler Robinson a patsy, like Lee Harvey Oswald? Are there suppressed or unreleased camera angles? Could drone weaponry have played a covert role? What was the deeper motive, beyond ideology? This incident isn't just about one man's death. It threatens the credibility of public safety, discourse, and trust in institutions. Charlie Kirk's death is more than a tragedy. It is a warning. We must demand transparency, not silence. Violence never strikes by accident in a polarized age. What do you believe lies behind that trigger? Stay curious, question power, seek the full truth. For deeper dives, subscribe, share, and stay with us.